I've never seen a modern woman get humbled so fast. I got a banger from Alpha Central. Let's get straight into it.
First of all, my worth isn't determined by a man saying that I'm worthy.
Yes,
Correct?
it is.
Shots fired!
Just immediate. Yes, it is. If it's not, if that doesn't determine your value, what does? How many kids you can have out of wedlock? How many bodies you can get, huh? Want more bodies in a graveyard looking like Jeffrey Dahmer's backyard? What is it then? What determines your value as a woman? Don't worry, I'll wait. Usually it's the man that you can keep.
Shots fired!
I don't want to hear that, though.
You regret not saying to someone,
sorry, I cheated on you? I did,
Oh.
and it didn't feel good, and I wouldn't do it again. I really hurt his feelings.
Yeah, honesty is not the best policy. Women don't like that.
And it was super selfish.
if you can go back in time, what would you have said?
I just wouldn't have done it. Because
She's a runner, she's a track star.
That's why I always say you can take the girl out the streets, but you can't take the streets out the girl, brother. She would have nice. Should have bought a Honda, put it on a t-shirt.
I didn't end up with that person. I wouldn't have stayed with the other person either. I just would have done it the right way.
Bro, you can just never make these women happen. This woman's got wrinkles all over her face. Talking about, well, he wasn't good enough and he wasn't good enough. This is what I made a video on this a few weeks back about Frankensteining a man. This is the Frankenstein curse. They always want to take the best attributes of every man, put them together so they can build this new man. The thing is, it's never coming, honey. It's never coming.
Call that other person my getaway car. I could have just gotten away by like my 2 feet.
Why do you think you did it?
I didn't have the courage and the fortitude that I have now, and I didn't know
I'll tell you why.
She's a runner, she's a track star.
myself that well, and I was scared. I thought there was something better out there, and I wasn't ready to leap until I had the other thing, the getaway car.
What is the biggest lesson you've learned?
You have to do the work in therapy. You have to understand what, things are your triggers and what upsets you so that you can then not hurt other people.
From your experience, if you can give an advice, what would it be?
Your journey is important, and so I can't really tell you what to do, but do the work because it helps, and then you hurt less people because hurt people hurt people.
Can I have your name and where you're from?
Whitney, New York.
Studies show
Shocker.
cheaters are 2 to 3 times more likely to cheat again in a new
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, women like this, doesn't really seem like she's learned her lesson. But this is why I always say fall in love with yourself before you fall in love with anybody else. If you don't love yourself and you're insecure, you're always going to crave outside validation. These women typically go out there. They're like, well, Jason doesn't make me happy. Mark really compliments me a lot. So they want to go get with Mark because they're insecure and they don't love themselves. That's why I say nobody can mess up your self-esteem because it's the esteem of your mother freaking self, dude. How are you supposed to mess up my self-esteem? Or when somebody says, you hurt my feelings. Okay, those are your feelings. Why am I supposed to be worried about your feelings? Go get your feelings in check. I ain't worried about it. My feelings are good. And this is why I say women are children and women grow old. They never grow up. Still acting like that. Got wrinkles all on her face looking like one of my aunties. It's crazy work.
I just saw someone's post that said, you're missing someone who knows where you're at and how to contact you.
Stupid.
Well, profound. You should cry about it.
Or you could try
That's what I'm saying. Like, so profound. She's got a snake on her finger. No, I'm good. I don't want a snake handler, honey.
Shots fired!
Let you handle my snake, baby girl.
You have mental issues.
You a streamer?
No, but you scare me. You're a child.
You are a
Chucky,
streamer.
and you have a clown mask. What's wrong with you?
Are you
Parents around?
You just look Ain't no way a girl has that flat of
One, don't look at me. Two, you're a child.
3, you got more of a masculine voice than I do.
4, you're a...
And 5, you got bushier eyebrows than mine. You just pick out a roll of caterpillars every day and just slip that on. God diggity damn, it's like a Sharpie. The highlights are not doing you any good. You look like an old lady because the hair in the back looks like it's going gray.
It's all blonde. What are you yapping about?
And you're using Gen Z terminology.
That wasn't just any road.
Whoa, she got cooked. And you're using Gen Z terminal. What are you yapping about?
I know my worth and I make a lot of money and I'm pretty.
No, not at all.
Being pretty don't even ensure that you will get a ring.
Facts.
Men don't marry looks. We have looks. Men marry behavior.
True. This is why I say there's 3 things that men want. Your physicality, your prettiness, your beauty gets our attention. Your personality is what keeps our attention. And your character is what makes us fall in love with you. Jibin and I should have bought a Honda, put it on a t-shirt. Loki, what are you doing back there? Why are you leaning up, bro? You about to do something? He's like, well, I know a chicken jerky's in my near future. Yes, it is. Okay, it is in your near future. But yeah, those are the three things that men want. Chat, put a 1 in the chat if you agree with that. Your looks, your personality, and your character.
Your behavior determines whether you get the ring or not the looks. Halle Berry is beautiful. Kim Kardashian is beautiful to a lot of people. There's a slew of women that have the money and the fame, but they cannot keep. We marry behavior.
Facts.
So if you are not even proficient at the things that are intrinsically important to a man, you can't be high value because your money ain't intrinsically important to us. You being soft is. You anticipating what we need and providing that without us having to prompt you or ask you, that's important. Not knowing your worth.
He just explained the game.
We don't care about you knowing your worth. Your worth is determined by the man that you're with. Point blank, period.
That's why people think they can figure me out. You can't figure me out. I got split personality disorder. Of course you're not going to feel like I'm this way and I'm not that way and I'm this way and I'm not that way. I just got to be in a certain setting. Y'all call it code switching? Why do you think I can play a role so well? Why
Because you're a runner?
She's a runner, she's a track star.
You think I can play a role so well? I got split personality disorder. That's why, like, if y'all watch me for long enough, you will see that I go through several moods in my stream, and I'm like that in person. Like, I could be hee-hee-ha and out the blue. I'm like, I just got mad. And most people be like, what's wrong? I'm like, I don't know.
Women go manic. That's why I always say don't date women with, like, mental health disorders. You can't fix them. You really can't.
I just got mad. I don't know why I'm mad. I'm mad. I could be mad. And then people look at me like I'm crazy. Like, that's just,
Butterfly on the neck. A lot of red flags here.
I'm diagnosed with all that. But that's because I used to be crying and I start laughing. Then I'll be like, nah, I'm cool. Like, and when I went to therapy, like, I went through all my emotions while I was in there. But that's just what I do. You feel me? Like, I cry and then I start laughing. And I'll be like, yeah, this is stupid.
Man, mental health issues.
Bro, if you know your girl got bipolar or something like that, bro, cut and run. You can't fix nothing.
How much income will your future husband make?
For one thing, I don't want to get married, just for the record. I mean, I want kids, no, but I'm not.
All right, Quasimodo. Lay out your demands. Let's hear it.
I'm not saying that, like, I necessarily have to be married to have kids.
You just want to be an incubator?
Because I don't think that necessarily I'm going to be madly in love with the person that I decide to have kids with. I think that's
Holy, that's a scarlet letter.
She's a runner, she's a track star.
Just not somebody that's, like, deeply emotional. I can't envision myself like.
Yes, you're shallow. Okay, well, at least she knows it.
Like falling in love with a guy and wanting to spend the rest of my life with him. No.
And if you're not a very emotional person and you're not very like lovey-dovey or nurturing or anything like that, why do you think you'd be a good parent?
Well, I'm not. Like, I don't think that I'm gonna be.
What is that? The bare minimum? Come on.
Stupid.
I never a child, but I think that that's a different type of love than like a romantic love.
It is a different type of love, but I mean, there's definitely a correlation with, like, if you feel like you're not capable of falling in love and making someone feel loved and, you know, cared for and, like, you care about their needs and everything like that, then I'm not really sure that you can make a child feel like that just because you're their parent.
Imagine your greatest...
Yeah, if you can't fall in love with a man, you can't nurture and love a child. Chad, I agree with that. Put a 1 in the chat if you agree. It starts with the love of your partner. Mole, mole, mole. It starts with the love of your partner. You know what I mean?
It's my husband anymore. His energy is impacting my energy. I got with my husband out of potential. He had the potential to be a great earner, to be a great father. And you know what? He is a great father, a great provider. He's not a great partner. I am chaotic and wild.
I love it. I love it.
And I love that about me. And for the longest time, he anchored me. He held me down. I would be fine doing everything on my own. He just makes things a little easier with childcare and money and money. Maybe he'll change. He won't. And if he does change, it's not at the pace that I am changing. And I am changing so rapidly. I need to fly away. I want this dissolved.
A few moments later.
I feel like I've been going through the stages of grief of my marriage for the past 4 years. I got sober, I got healthy, and I realized if I worked on myself enough, then we would fit better. So much couples counseling, so much individual therapy, so much internal trauma work only made our disconnect stronger.
Not every woman is fit to be...
Lord have mercy. It's just pure proof that with these modern women, you could give them everything in the kitchen sink and they're still not freaking happy, dude. He was a good provider, good father, but he just wasn't a good partner. He wasn't a good partner. Okay, partner. And I think that's mainly because navigating the dating scene can be absolutely brutal, but so can dealing with the aftermath of an accident. Have you ever been involved in a personal injury case? Over the years as an image consultant, I've worked with many clients recovering from workplace accidents, car accidents, and more. And I was actually shocked to learn how often people lose their personal injury cases. That's why I want to talk about Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. They specialize in a wide variety of personal injury cases, and they've won thousands of big cases. And if you end up working with them, they're going to fight for the money that you deserve. Just recently, Morgan & Morgan solidified verdicts in Florida of $12 million and $26 million in Philly. That's up to 40 times the highest insurance offer. And I'm telling you, your case could be worth millions. If you've been injured in an accident, don't wait. You can go visit www.forthepeople.com/Levi, found in the description below, to start your free claim today. Y'all know what time it is. Loki. Can we get some freeze in the chat? Loki. Free. Good boy. We wore him out this morning. Went on a nice little walk. Took him out. Let him get outside. Run around. Like the good old boy he actually is, son. Sometimes you just gotta let him run around like a dog and let him be a dog, you know? Get in there, boy. Get in there, son. Tear that jerky up.
Never once asked my wife what her plans are when she goes and hangs out with her friends. And it's not because I don't care. I don't, but that's not the reason. I've never asked my wife what her plans are because I know that her and her friends can't have enough fun to die. Like, I've seen my wife come home from her craziest night, her wildest night. Faced, kicks in the apartment door. It was crazy! Megan fell! And I'm always falling in. What you mean, she fell off a boat or something, like a bridge? Like, what do you mean she fell? She's like, no, it was crazy. Her heel broke and she fell. We walked home barefoot. It was crazy. I'm like, that's crazy? Your massive brontosaurus of a friend Megan's heel broke? That's crazy? The laws of physics are crazy to you? When Megan fee-fi full-fumped into our apartment, I looked at those heels. I said, they better be made of Wolverine claws, those heels. Or they're turning into dust tonight. That's what's happening. I don't even think they thought she was barefoot. I think they thought she was wearing Uggs. I honestly believe that. And don't think I'm being mean to Megan. I know Megan since I was a kid. I literally saw Megan and her family stampede Mufasa.
Megan didn't care.
Oh my God.
Somebody said I look like Marilyn Monroe after she...
Ooh.
Stop the cap.
Okay, wait a minute. Okay, I stopped it a little too soon.
Yeah, somebody said I look like Marilyn Monroe after she ate Lizzo. What? Honestly, who
I mean, hey, you know what I mean? A spade is a spade.
cares? That's a hater, like, who's bored with their life. Let me see what you look like.
Hiding behind his
Yeah, why do you... He don't even have a picture on his...
You have like 10 pounds of makeup on. What are you talking about? You look like Sid from Ice Age could be your uncle.
That's how you know
Your eyes look like they're trying to run from each other.
they're, like, busted.
You look like you have Michael Jackson's third nose.
I thought Lizzo was supposed to be...
That's crazy. Yeah, I thought Lizzo was supposed to be beautiful. What happened with that? But Lizzo's beautiful.
I just turned 32 and I'm single, and I feel like I'm at this point in my life where if a man isn't adding some sort of value to my life, or if he's just going to disrupt my peace, like, honestly, I don't want it.
Women like...
Imagine a woman looking like an eggplant saying that. Baby girl, you look like a sad eggplant. Talking about somebody bringing value to your life. What?
Your last heartbreak, was it your fault or theirs?
It was totally my fault. I developed feelings for someone else while I was dating someone, and I actually told my partner because we did have a really great, communicative, healthy relationship. I was like, listen, I don't know what's happening, but I have really strong feelings for my best friend. I think I started out trying to handle it really maturely, and then I realized that it was just a really situation.
What is a guy supposed to do? Baby, that's cool. It's whatever. You want to buck your best friend? That's totally fine. Like, baby girl, I just want you to be happy. And they say that, you know, if you love a flower, you can't touch it and you just have to let it bloom. So if you want to go buck your best friend instead of me, that's totally fine. What is a guy supposed to say in that scenario? And it'd be even worse if her best friend was a dude. That's why I say you can't have friends of the opposite sex, bro. Men and women cannot just be friends.
And there's just some things where even if you're trying to, you know, protect the other person, life is a lot messier than we think. And I was super stressed out when that whole situation started to happen because I was like, oh no, like, I don't want to be like all these bad people that I see in my life. And then I kind of realized that these things happen and like, you can't really help a feeling, and sometimes things just aren't meant to be. So
Did she really just...
Wow. Things just aren't meant to be. Hypergamy, brother man. They'll, and I also call it the 90-10 rule. Have I ever talked about this, chat? I don't know if I have. People will take the 10% that the new person has and disregard the 90% that the person they're with has, and then cling on to that new 10%. But forget that 90% of the person that they're with that they actually like. It's the 90-10 rule. Have you guys ever seen that? Put a 1 in the chat if you have. Women and men do this. They find somebody new, and this new person has 10% of what the person that they're with doesn't have. And they cling on to that 10% like, oh my God, they're just so amazing. And they disregard the 90% that the person they're with actually has. And they get with that 10% and they're like, man, this sucks. This absolutely really sucks. It's the cling on 90-10 rule. Absolutely brutal.
Up my body more times than I've been given flowers, and it's
Oh, Lord. Coming off the gate quick with that one, Rebecca.
ironic because I hate my body, but I love flowers. I thought if I let them in, if I let them touch the parts of me, no one...
That doesn't make sense, Le. How the is she trying to make poems about being for the streets?
She's a runner, she's a track star.
And then you'll have girls in their comments. You go, girl. You'll have the man of your dreams one day. She's letting everyone hit there, know what I'm saying? Just to get flowers.
Imagine letting a guy smush your backside to try to get some flowers. It's supposed to be the other way around, baby girl.
Hey, this generation's finished, Le. What's going on? That's someone's daughter, Le. Like I say, that is somebody's daughter. Unlucky on that father, Le.
Having to...
What is that, Irish? What is that accent? It's a pretty cool accent, dude. It's hard to understand him.
Oh, you think I need you? I'll go find another. Like I said, bro, go.
Once you start getting older, let's say like probably over 40, that carry-on gets a little bit heavier. And you don't got no man to carry it for you? How you gonna get that suitcase in that car? Since you want no man, right? You wanna be a traveler?
You go be a traveler. You wanna be a Dora? You wanna explore the country? I go. Take the map with you too. Don't forget the book bag.
Swiper.
Oh my God. He said, you want to be a Dora? Go for it. Be a Dora the Explorer. Goodness gracious.
What is wrong with you? Running around. I'm wifey material. No, you're not. Says who? If you could be a wife, you'd be a wife.
Facts.
I'm single by choice.
No,
you're not. You're single because you don't have a choice. I got options. No, you don't.
Stop the cap.
You got a bunch of that'll take you to Pound Town. That's about it.
Too many modern...
Oh my God. Ladies, if you're single, it's because men don't see you as a suitable partner. Men control access to relationships and women control access to sex. Divorced after 30 years of marriage.
After 30 years of marriage.
Stupid.
You tell him, Granny. Imagine being 50 years old doing these dances on TikTok. We have fallen so far from God's grace. We've gotten to a point now, especially with older women. Chat, put a 1 in the chat if you agree. We've gotten to a point now with older women is they are starting to act like women in their 20s, in their later 20s or their early 30s, where they think, I got a lot of time ahead of me. There's a lot of men out there looking for me. No, they're not.
Stop the cap.
No man of value is saying these one of two things. No man of value is saying these one of two things. Where are all the single moms at? No man is saying that. And the other thing no man of value is saying is, where are all the women that are 50 and up? Where are they at? What in the actual are you talking about? We're not looking for y'all. We are blind. We are Stevie Wonder to you ladies. Just, huh? We're not looking. We are not looking for you guys. 30 years of marriage. You should have stayed married. I just don't get why these women get so much older and they think that it's going to be brighter on the other side. It's going to be very dingy and dull. Because now your husband probably got some money. He can go out there and get a younger chick. Because women value men with what? Experience, money, resources, assets. Us as men, that you're really putting yourself in that recreational use only bucket.
Stupid.
So I don't know any guy that's going to want to wife you up. Personally, I wouldn't wife up a woman that's in her 50s. Me and Cass are going to get old together. But I've told her, we've talked about this stuff. We're very transparent. If something happens and I'm 50, 60 and we're not together anymore, you can biggity bet I'm going to get back on the market and get me a girl 30 years younger than me. Is it going to be much harder for Cass? Yeah, it'd be much harder for Cass. It's just crazy work, brother man. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Loki, did you have a good time? Don't forget to go to LeviNichs.com where you can get the 2 ebooks, the 4 Pillars of Personality and the 4 Steps of Style. They make you irresistible to women and respected by men. You can also cop some t-shirts. Shout out to Ricky Sickle for the designs. Just go to LeviNichs.com. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Do not forget to like, comment, subscribe. I will see you guys tomorrow, man. Peace.